In this video, we're going to be taking my MST RMX and putting this Amazon special carbon fiber chassis on it to see just how much weight we can reduce off of this car. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is Roadside RC. You'll find me doing all the stuff from bashing and crawling, drifting, racing, plus product review videos and how-tos. It's exactly what we got going on today. This is my MST ready to run. This is the RMX2 ready to run that I've had for quite a while, and I try to use to help share the hobby with new folks. Well, one of the things that I really wanted to do on this car is reduce some weight. I have some videos out already of like what I think is the top modifications to do to this car straight out of the box, which hint, gyro and controller. I can provide a link to that video up here so that you can see it and you can look at it. But what we have here is what I think is probably going to be the second thing that you're going to want to ever really do to this car is take a bunch of weight off of it. And so I gambled and I got this $60 kit from Amazon. Bottom plate, top rails, bumper, plus both shock towers, a little bit of a hardware kit, all included in order to see how much weight I can take off of this car. So let's go ahead and put this out there in the beginning of the video. Go ahead and get it out of the way. I believe strongly that RC drifting is just like every other kind of motorsports, which means weight is bad. All right. Now you will see a bunch of folks online, maybe at your local drift location, who are adding weight to certain ends of their vehicle to try to get it to handle better. I believe that's an error. And what you're going to see now is we're going to go ahead and pause, and you can go down into the comments and you can see all the people who are going to tell us that by putting weight on the front of their vehicle, it helped it turn better. So just go ahead and pause. Go ahead, go down there. It'll be entertaining. You can get to look at it. You can see all the people yelling at me, telling me I'm wrong. Yeah. Are you reading it yet? So obviously the community's a little divided on this, but I believe just like every other form, whether it's full-size motorsports, RC, whether it's buggy racing, whether it's drifting, no matter what it is, the more weight you put on the vehicle, the harder it is to accelerate that vehicle, the harder it is for that vehicle to turn, and the harder it is for that vehicle to slow down. And with RC drift, we're on a slick surface with slick tires. We need all the help we can get. Weight is important. All right, now obviously if I'm going to prove that weight is a problem here, if I'm going to show this, I need to be able to see what the weight difference is. So we're going to take the car stock. This is obviously no battery, no body, and we're going to weigh the car. It is coming in at 1,136 grams. So let's get all this chassis off, new chassis on, see what the weight difference is. Couple things I want to point out to you as I'm putting this center brace on here. You can see the factory piece here, new piece here. So in the middle here are supposed to be, or from the factory, are these plastic braces. Require 2 screws on either side. If you can see it here, I don't know if the camera will let you focus in. 2 screws here, 2 screws here. On this side, just the one and a slot. So technically we could put this right back in. I think it would fit with the one, and then the other screw would hit right here in the slot. I think same thing on this side. The one screw will hit, the other side will be in the slot. However, the kit does come with these little metal turnbuckles that look to be the right size. So maybe what they're wanting you to do is something like that and put just this piece of metal here in the middle as that brace. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. I'll be honest, carbon fiber is very, very strong. I don't even know if you need anything between these, especially once you get both the carbon fiber ones on here. I think I'm honestly going to leave it off for right now, drive it and see what I think. The other piece of it is your gyro mount that has historically been right in this location. It does have the 2 holes, so you can mount your gyro right back there, right where it was before. I think I'm actually going to relocate mine down to this location here on the chassis. I have that hole open, it'll work fine, and then it'll make the top of the car just look that much cleaner. So I'm looking at all these kind of things. We're gonna keep looking and see what we do, but that's what I'm thinking so far. Also, as you're mounting this, previously the screws actually screwed into the plastic. As you can see on this side, they have little losses here. Obviously the carbon fiber does not have that, so it comes with nuts. The kit also comes, if you can see it here, with a bunch of small little clear washers. But of course, no instructions, so where are you supposed to use those? I don't know. I think it could be smart to use them in this location, but you can see the screws doesn't really stick out very far there. So I've actually, at this point, determined to not use them here. I don't mind if this little inside piece of this carbon fiber gets scratched up. We'll see as we put other pieces on throughout the chassis if there's any places where I need spacing in order to make everything line up, and maybe that's where they're used for. But honestly, I'm just kind of going with it at this point because there's no instructions. All right, I thought the people that manufactured this had screwed up for a second. When you take off the rear shock tower, these little embossed pieces right here actually work as the nuts for the upper tie rods here, and you can actually pull those off of the stock shock tower and just pop them right in. They're one-sided, they have a little divot in one, pops right in, and you can put it back in the exact place that you got it out of. Just like that, everything is moved over. Look at that, it looks amazing. I am very happy with the fit and finish. If you check around how it interfaces with all these plastic parts, I've seen sometimes people who buying these cheaper chassis being concerned about the countersink. Is it appropriate? Is the screw depth right? All of these screws sit flush. Very, very happy with this kit. So I have a couple things still left to do. I need to get the front bumper on. I need to adhere my electronics back down to the chassis. Just like that. Look at that. That is looking good. It is done. But the proof is in the pudding here, right? So let's set this down here. We get 1,082 grams. So doing some quick math, so that means that we just lost 52 grams. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when you do the math versus what we started with, that's a 5% weight reduction. So 60 bucks, you take 5% of the weight out of the vehicle, increase the stiffness. Man, like that's a pretty good deal. And you know, when you look at this kit at 60 bucks versus like some of the standard parts from MST, this whole thing was 60 bucks. But yeah, you get just the bottom chassis here from MST is like over $100. So I am with it. I am loving this. I cannot wait to get it back out and try it again. I am curious though, because with that weight reduction, it does feel like, I wonder if I am a little bit oversprung now. So I'm gonna have to see, but man, it really does. It feels good. Now don't go away yet, because it is now time to actually take the car, take it to our local track, and just see. Let's see how it drives with this new chassis, much stiffer, lighter weight chassis. Let's see how it does. Come on, we're gonna go to Music City RC and turn some laps on their drift track.